Now I need to outline the shape of the head and the beard of this man, because right now they're both black and so you can't really see anything. Also, I'm gonna try to make this line look something like this, like it was drawn by hand. So for that, I'm gonna go here and try this one. And again, I can come here, select this line, and then copy and paste. I'm going to group these elements now so I never lose any line. And now I can move it. Let's also add a few stars. And now I want these circles to look even more like planets. So I'm gonna try to do something like this. I still have the style of this line copied. So if I do paste now, it's gonna look like this. So I think in this case, what I need is to do it a little bit more prominent. And I'm gonna also change it to yellow. And I'm gonna do the same with this one, but this time in purple. Okay, my next slide is a business model. And I decided in my storyboard that I'm going to use 3 rectangles, one for each of the pricing plan. So I'm going to try to make this slide with a white background. Now this plan in the middle is the one that we want to highlight. So I'm going to make it purple. And in this bottom part, I'm going to create another shape in which I want to visually indicate which part is our revenue. So it's going to be white and very, very, very transparent. And so now in this case, we're going to own the half of the revenue. So I'm going to drag it to the middle. This is about 50%. In this case, we're collecting 20, so it's less, something like this. And in this case, we're collecting 100%. So I'm going to leave it like this. Now I'm going to add here an illustration. Now our next slide is a very important one too. This is the one where we ask for the investment. So my idea is to make it yellow. I made it a little bit darker just to be able to use white text on top of it. Here's the illustration I want to use. I downloaded another 3 icons for each of the concepts. Now, after we have asked for the investment, we are going to show our investors our possible growth for the next 5 years. I'm going to use this slide as a base. And I'm going to create a graph. So this is not a real graph. I'm not going to create it like a chart here. I'm going to just simulate using these shapes. So I have 5 years. Now I like how it looks, but I want to also enhance this last 5th years so that when they look at this slide, they can immediately see the top year. And lastly, we have the closing slide. So this closing slide, I'm going to make it purple too. I want it to have a lot of color because probably where we're going to finish our meeting with the possible investors, if we present live, as this is the last slide, this is the one that is going to stay on screen while we keep the conversation going. So I want it to look good and I wanted to have some visuals here so it still have this look and feel of the app. I really like this illustration here because it also represents the collaboration and friendship. Now for this part right here, I'm going to reuse these 2 elements. I want it to be kind of like a cover. It has the same importance for me. Now you see what just happened? Sometimes if you copy a few different lines and then paste them to a formatted already piece of text, it won't take the style that we want. So in this case, what we want to do is to edit and select paste and match style. And then I'm going to separate the lines a little bit more between them and maybe make it a little bit bigger. So I just want to make sure that if they want to make a photo or just take a note of the website or the email or the telephone number, they can see it clearly. Because this is the only thing that I'm not going to explain on my presentation. Now I feel like I want to give them some kind of base here too. maybe this one. And I think we're done. So as you can see, the real design process doesn't take that long if you have everything prepared. That's why it's so important to take your time and work properly on the structure and then decide the style, select the colors, typography, visual, so you have everything prepared. And in the design stage, you just have to join everything together and your presentation will be ready in the question of hour or two. So our presentation is ready. In the next lesson, I'm going to show you how to apply some effects and transition to it.